Namaskar viewers, this is Dr. Satish Gaikwad. Today we will be making a journey to understand the strategies for the preparation of academic and competitive examinations. When we are talking about the strategies for the preparation of the examinations, basically we can divide the preparation strategy into four categories. Number one, planning and organization. Number two, time management. Number three, active learning. And number four, self-care. Now let us see how these strategies can be chalked out for a good preparation for any kind of exam, whether it is an academic exam or it is a competitive exam. As I said, number one, you must plan and organize your things before going for any preparation of examinations. When we are saying planning and organization, you must know very well, know your syllabus properly. What is the objective of your preparation, for which examination you are preparing, whether you are preparing for an academic pursuit or whether you are preparing for an competitive exam. What is the syllabus? Make yourself completely synced with the syllabus. You must know what is there in the syllabus, and whenever you want to recall what is there in the syllabus, it must be at the tip of your tongue. So first thing is that you should know your syllabus. After knowing the syllabus, the next thing is that how well you are prepared with your resource materials. Whether it is textbooks, whether it is any kind of reference books or any material or notes, you should properly organize these things. You should have these things well categorized, well catalogued and handy with you when you want to start your studies. And they should be completely relevant to your preparation. Whatever the syllabus, your resource material for the studies or learning should hit that syllabus. It should not be vague. Specific study material should be ready with you. And whenever we are talking about the study material, you should not get confused. Any textbook or any resource material which covers the topic is a good study material. As per me, there is no need to go behind any brand or any specific writer. If you are getting good information in a textbook, that is a very good resource material for starting your learning. Now you have decided what for you want to prepare. Now you know your syllabus. Now you have your reference material ready with you. You have very well catalogued your reference material or study material, organize it in proper manner so that it is handy whenever you want to take out XYZ syllabus or subject. That should be ready. You should be well organized your resource material. Now after resource material, very important thing is that you should have a dedicated study area. When I am talking about dedicated study area, the study area should be well lit. It should have sufficient light. The study area should be neat and well organized. The study area must have some of motivational things around it. Whatever study material or other supportive resources, those things should be well organized. The room or study area should be very well systematically organized, and major major distractions should not be there and minor distractions should not be there. When you are going to sit for the study, the dedicated study area should motivate you for learning without any distractions, and there should not be the any depressive movement in that area. When you sit for the studies, it should be the surroundings, the environment of the study area should be motivational. There should not be any depression creating area in that particular dedicated study area. What I mean to say that you should also properly design, organize the study area. For example, when you go for entertainment, you may be having dedicated TV room in your house. Whenever you enter TV room, your mindset is like that you want to get entertained by viewing the TV. When you sit in the lobby, definitely your mind automatically it is make up that you want to have chit chat with your family members. When you are going to your bedroom, you will get mentally prepared that this is a relaxing room where you want to get light for relaxing. Accordingly, when you enter your dedicated study area, there should be the environment created already that you should get motivated to sit and read and learn without any depressive and distractive movement. When we are talking about distractions, the things like mobiles should be completely avoided in your study area. They should not be similar any other distracting materials around your study area, and it is very important that you should choose the area so that there should not be frequent movement of any other family member in that area. After that, when you choose your study area, when you are properly organized your study area and you have kept sufficient motivational things in your study area, the most important thing is that how to go ahead with your learning resource materials. As I said, learning resource material should be specific to your syllabus. You know your syllabus very well. Accordingly, the learning resource material should be divided. For example, you may be having 5 to 6 different areas, science topics or non-scientific topics. When you are going to hit for a science or non-science topics, there also a management is accordingly required specifically. Now coming to the time management. Time management is a very important factor. The day is divided between day and night. 24 hours you are having. 24 hours are divided into day portion and night portion. You must understand that it is natural that day portion is active portion and night portion is for resting purpose. So whenever you are dividing your time, whenever you are making any timelines, so you should make a proper timeline for each study factor. There may be 5 to 6 subjects. I am just giving example. In one day, you should divide the time so that you should cover all 5 to 6 subjects in phase-wise manner in a particular day. How much time you should read in a single stretch? It is a very important thing. Anybody who wants to go for studies, they may be getting this question in their mind. The best retention span where you can, whatever you are learning, you will retain it, that is best in 30 minutes. In a single stretch, you can go for a 30-minute study. After 30 minutes, you may take a 10 minutes break. So whenever you are planning to study a particular topic, then you should be mentally prepared that you are going to study this topic for 30 minutes and you will be having a 10 minutes break. That 10 minutes break is for relaxing. In relaxing phase, you may do any activity. You may have a chit chat with your family members, you may call your friends, or you may just listen a song or music. You may just have a walk and light stretching to your body. Whatever kind of relaxing techniques you want to use, you can do that in 10 minutes. So this is one thing. Some people also suggest that you can go for 1 hour study in a single stretch and 10 minutes break for relaxing. This is one thing. You should start your study timetable from the early morning hours. Early to bed, early to rise. At least you should start your day waking up in a day at 5 o'clock minimum. Then you should go to bed at 10:30 p.m. Not more than that. And it is very important that you should break up this time including your day-to-day courses which you have to complete naturally. Including those, I suggest that whenever you want to prepare for any examination, whether it is academic or it is competitive examination, your preparation should start early. Early means in the beginning phase of the preparation days. Before going to exam, prior to start of any course, you should start early. Early start of the preparation will give you ample time to make the management of the time. If it is a science subject or science based exam, then basic formula you can use that 1 unit may be dedicated at least 2 hours in a day for 1 unit. Whatever unit of study you may be having, but in a single day 1 unit should be dedicated for 1 unit. A day should be dedicated for 2 hours. And if it is a science based subject, 1:2 is for non-science subject and 1:3 for science based subject. For 1 unit you should at least dedicate 3 hours in a day for science based subject. Non-science based subject 1:2 and science based subject 1:3. Then in a day you should have sufficient space for morning exercise, for your breakfast, lunch, dinner, getting ready, all those things, and breaks for relaxing. Whatever relaxing techniques you want to use in the break period, as I said, after 30 minutes or 1 hour, 10 minutes break. Then evening also you should have some session for yoga or some session for brisk walk, because learning is giving exercise to the brain. There are 2 types of exercises: muscle exercises to the body and exercise to the mind. When you are giving exercise to the mind, that is the most difficult thing, which should be supported by the physical activities, because whole time you are sitting for the studies and there is no activity and your body may give some negative responses. To avoid that, you should have proper time for the exercise. Now coming to the next portion, which is nothing but active learning. What is active learning? The active learning is nothing but you should have the deep conceptual learning or understanding on a particular subject instead of surface learning. When you do deep conceptual learning, you will get in-depth knowledge of that particular subject. avoid surface learning. And the learning, the basic technique is that the retention span period of human beings is 8 seconds for any exposure, visual exposure. You are learning visually. So the learning techniques should include the registration. As you are reading, you are registering the information in your mind. Then retention, whatever you are learning, that you have to retain in your memory. Then recall. Again, application part is when you are going to face any exam, you have to recall and reproduce and apply. You have to write whatever you have learned, whatever you have retained. How to do that? For registration, at least one topic should be learned 3 times. Deep learning with 3 times visiting the same topic. Here, when we are registering the topic, we call it as survey. The best source, as I said, any textbook which is covering syllabus is best source. You have to survey that source. When you are surveying, you have to register it, means 3 times you have to read same topic until you understand that concept. Then whatever concept you have read, that hippocampus of the brain is just like a memory chip of any computer. Now you have to recall whatever information you have gained through reading. You have exposed 3 times. Why I am giving this 3 times reading formula? Whenever you want to take a mean of anything, at least 3 times, if you are having something in 3 numbers, then you will get a better mean. Accordingly, if you read anything for 3 times, then there are chances that that information will be retained. As I said, 8 seconds retention span for human beings. Then you have to visually expose to the reading. After that, you have to challenge your mind. When you are reading is a passive method. The learning can be in 2 methods. One is in isolated method, one is in group studies. In isolated method, you are sitting yourself in your dedicated study area and learning. After that, you have to challenge your mind to recall the information, whatever you have read. For that, you can prepare the question. For example, in simple way, I can say that the capital of the India is Delhi. Then I will make a question. What is the capital of India? It is a method to recall. Then you can have, as I said, 2 types studies, isolated study and group study. Then you can have peer groups which are like-minded. With them, you can discuss the things, whatever you have learned. Or you can loudly recite whatever you have read in a particular session, dedicated session. And then you can also try to teach whatever you have read. That thing you can try to teach with your peer groups or any family member, or you can have a dummy chair or something to which you can try to teach concept you have learned, express it. Then you can also summarize it, whatever you have learned, comprehensive summary of that you can try to reproduce. And again, the very powerful technique is that you can take at least minimum 3 to 5 years previous question papers and try to solve those previous year question papers in a regulated manner as it is regulated in the examination. Through this, I am not saying that you are solving the question paper and you are preparing for the exams. This solving question paper is not a preparation method. It is to recall and apply whatever you have read in a specific condition which is given in the examination. This is also a very good method to recall whatever you have read. So this will improve your retention, and you can have some of the techniques to improve your retention. For examples, you can go for mnemonics. In mnemonics, you can use acronyms, you can use memory loci technique, you can use rhymes, you can use the preparing chunks, you can use the mnemonic technique of association. For example, acronyms. A very simple example of acronym is when we want to describe the colors of the rainbow, we say VIBGYOR. When we say VIBGYOR, V is violet, I is indigo, like that, we are correlating the colors. Or for example, in India, we use a very simple technique to remember how many days are there in a particular month. We just count hums and downs of our palm. This hump, January, there is a hump, it is having 31 days. February, when it is going down, we say lesser days, like that. This type of mnemonics one can use. As I said, the other mnemonic is memory loci. Memory loci is nothing but where it is also called as memory, creating memory palace. You are residing a particular house or particular area, colony. Each and everything around you, any door, any room, you are correlating that with your concept in the subject. Then coming to the rhymes, you are preparing rhymes of the difficult concepts in your subject, and you are reciting those rhymes whenever you are getting time. Creating chunks, a complex subject you will divide into small chunks or small portions. For example, nowadays we are having Aadhaar card numbers. You see your Aadhaar card number, it is divided into 197, then there is a space, 347, then there is a space, like this. Instead of large number, it has been divided into chunks, small chunks, to make us remember. Then we can also have the associations, mnemonics in the form of associations. For example, you may be having a name of the scientist, you may be not able to remember it, but similar kind of name is there around your circle. So to remember this name, you are just remembering that person. Immediately your mind says, oh, this is the name of the scientist, or any process. In that way, you can make the thing simple that you can try to retain and recall whatever you have learned. Apart from this, also you can use the flags where you can note down important things and you can paste them. Apart from this, the another important technique which is called as mind mapping technique. In mind mapping technique, complex or central theme of the subject is branched with the sub-subject, sub-themes, and it is prepared in a flow chart. That also help you to retain and recall whatever you have read. After this, very important thing is that you have to maintain your health. Self-care is very important. Morning hours you should dedicate for the exercise or any other technique you want to go for, like yoga and all, and mind relaxing techniques also. Evening also, at least you can have a brisk walk, and whenever you want to recollect the techniques whatever you have learned, you can go for any audio visual support also. Audio visual support, whenever you are having free time, then you can listen the audios, you can visualize the things. Like this, you can prepare in a better way for any examination. Self care is also important part, and you should give good nutrition to your body. You should take care that uh, whenever there are some health issues around the surroundings, you should take care that how to get yourself safe from such issues. So maintaining the diet, maintaining the health, and proper exercise is also important component to support your health to have a good study. Concrete health definitely helps to build your memory and retention power. With this, with the time constraint, I just want you to summarize the thing that proper planning and organization, time management, active learning, active learning where not only you are studying but you are making group discussions, you are solving the questions, you are challenging yourself, you are teaching somebody, or you are reciting loudly. All such type of tools you can use, or you may be giving challenges to your mind, and you may be using flow charts to retain, you may be using mnemonics. So in this way you can go for good preparation for any exams. And most important thing, again I want to make you understand very well that you should know your syllabus very well, and you should hit the resource material which is covering the subjects. You should not get confused what study material I should read, or meanwhile you should not run for this study material, that study material. A simple good study material which is covering topic is enough. With this, I just want to conclude my talk, and I wish you all the best for any academic or any competitive exam pursuit. Thank you, one and all.